saw you on your bed last week.
Caleb was in a head-on auto collision and suffered a traumatic brain injury, a TBI. Also, he broke his lower femur and knee, and as well as his arm. A traumatic brain injury for Caleb basically means the impact of a head-on collision was such a sudden stop that the tissues in the brain slammed against the forward area of his skull and back, and all through his brain, millions and millions of cells were killed.
When I first got to the hospital and Caleb was in the intensive care unit at Primary Children's, of course I was devastated because we didn't have any idea what kind of an experience we were going to have. We didn't even know if he was going to live.
At this point, we were transitioning through the stages of the Rancho scale, which are ways to measure the recovery of a brain injury patient. And we were in the very low stages at this point. And so a lot of the progress was so minute to the visual eye that I had become fairly discouraged at this point of the potential of his recovery. And when we went into the room with Colonel, it was a real boost to me to see such a substantial change in awareness. It was kind of a turning point for me personally in my confidence that Caleb had the ability to recover. You're doing great.
Awesome, dude.
Good job.
Awesome.
Good job. Throw way out here.
Oh, yes! Nice one! Look at that. Nice one, yeah. Oh, yeah, do you want to get it? It's okay. He's so generous.
The most activity he's had all day.
Oh.
It's the most responsive he's been.
Oh, isn't that nice?
To have something much more engaging like the dog is really helpful. And if you notice, sometimes the children don't have control of their bodies, and the trick with a lot of times is getting him motivated enough to move. And if you watched him, you could see his motivation to try to pet the dog, to open his hands to do that. That can be a really hard thing.
I think that's a little smile you got going there. You happy?
Colonel is the coolest dog ever, I tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna give him a hug with your leg too.
oh, that's good.
I noticed that every time he would see Colonel, he was more alert, and there was a little step in his awareness, and he'd forget what was normal and would usually do just a little bit more than what he had already been doing.
You got it.
Yeah, take it nice. Very, very, very nice.
Did you get licks on your fingers?
It was about a month after that first visit when we got to really play with Colonel again. And by that time, Caleb had become much more aware.
Way out in front of you with that heel. Yes. I guess he likes me a lot.
You know what? He loves you a lot. He does. He thinks you're a pretty special boy. Yeah, and you are.
All right, Caleb. Ready? Big reach. Nice. Good work.
One of the things that's amazing about animal therapy is we're in a hospital environment where nothing is normal. When the animal comes in, we're not in a hospital environment anymore, we're in a play environment. And the child forgets about therapy and is focused on play.
All right, hands up.
Do you remember a fuzzy visitor that came to see you?
Yes. Colonel.
Colonel? Yeah, what did you think of Colonel?
Awesome.
Awesome, huh? You liked Colonel?
Yes, a lot.
Really? How come you liked Colonel so much?
Because he had fluffy hair.
Fluffy hair?
And he was a gold retriever.
It's absolutely amazing the effect that the animal therapy has with the children. And these are volunteers. These people come in just out of love. And the effect that they have on these children is just amazing.